Hey, Joe, welcome back to the Z Learning Podcast. Great to have you on again.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to chatting today. This is exciting.
So I wanted to catch up with you. And I know you're also a content marketer, advertiser, veteran digital marketer, and consultant. And I know that you're talking a lot lately on LinkedIn about AI and prompt engineering. And I know this is all this stuff is on the minds of a lot of my listeners and fellow marketers. Want to get into a little discussion with you about that, about where we are, where we're headed, and what you think about it.
Oh my God. I love AI. I am loving using all different types of AI tools to do all different types of things from writing content to brainstorming to researching to creating strategies to summarizing text to writing scripts to writing emails. I am absolutely loving it. And it's been really helpful for me in many different ways. There's tools that help me create videos. There are tools that help me create images. There are tools that help me create all different forms of content. So I'm really excited about what's out there. So it's really, really powerful.
And I love that perspective too, because whenever there's a lot of change and disruption, there's one reaction to sometimes be overwhelmed or go into fear mode or worry about, oh, is this going to replace me? Is this going to, how is this going to affect the industry or other industries, the economy? And there's the attitude of embrace and adapt, get excited about it, learn it. And what I've been discovering playing with a lot of these same tools over the last few months is that it can dramatically improve your productivity. It can increase your productivity and can make a lot of things easier. And like any tool, it's always better in the hands of the right users. So let's get into it. I think you already kind of addressed this a little bit, but let's get a little more specific. How do you think AI will disrupt marketing agencies, and how can they adapt?
Well, the way that I think that AI will disrupt marketing agencies is the way that it's already disrupting it. What do marketing agencies do for businesses right now? They help them create a strategy. They help them brainstorm. They help them be able to create content. They help them be able to do research. All that can be done with the use of artificial intelligence. Most people still don't know how to use it or they're afraid of using it. I have about 20 conversations every single week with people in my network. And I say, have you used ChatGPT? Have you used any AI tools? They're like, I'm really scared of giving them my email, this, that, the other thing. And I'm like, okay, I totally get that. You're scared of that. And that's why they're not using it. But the reality is that you just don't understand the power of it.
Yeah, I mean, like 10 years ago, I mean, people were afraid of using social media or using, I don't want to give Facebook my data, still some people like that. And,
I used to be that. Before I had a Facebook account, I would say, oh, I don't really want to put my photo on Facebook. I don't want Facebook to know who I am. And so there's still room for marketing agencies today. But as more and more people start seeing the power of it, am I going to go to an agency to build me a website, or am I just going to go to some tool, type in my niche, push a button, and a website is built? I mean, that's essentially what's going to happen. That's what's already happening. And so marketing agencies really need to get really smarter about them using those tools to be able to assist people to do it, for them to be able to help people. Because there are people that don't even want to go to the tool to type it in, like this Canva. With Canva,
yeah,
you can create everything. You're like, why would I need a graphic designer if in Canva they have all the templates done? I just have to go in and change a color because people don't want to log into Canva. So there's still, even with Canva, there's still a market for you to become a Canva designer and to design stuff for people in Canva because they don't even have the head for creating the content. Just literally logging in and typing in a prompt, people are not going to want to do that. And so you have the opportunity to do that as an agency is to go in and use the tools that technically anybody can use, but most people are not going to use. So don't be afraid that all of a sudden everyone's going to become a tech guy and everyone's going to start using AI. 99% of people are still afraid of it today. And even in 5 years from now, people are still going to be afraid of it. And so there's still a huge opportunity to be able to leverage these tools. Um, and then there's the other part of artificial intelligence only takes you so far. because
Right.
you need human intelligence as well. You need intuition, you need emotion. Even right now, I can have an AI respond to you where they're not going to use my emotion in the way that I talk. Even if they can talk really well just like me. There are some AI tools right now that can talk really, really, really sound like me. Like, some people say, "Oh no, it doesn't sound like me." But I'm telling you right now, there are tools that where I can go in and create speech. It's called synthesis, whatever synthesis, and I can have it really, really, really sound like me in a way where you're gonna be like, is that Joe Apfelbaum? It's not gonna have the amount of emotion that I have in my voice and the sing song that I have and the way that I'm singing songing.
Will it
It'll
rap?
Zev Gotkin is a fractional CMO and the founder CEO of Zev Media, a boutique content marketing and digital advertising agency that helps companies in various verticals achieve their marketing goals through services such as strategic consulting, PPC, organic social media, SEO, blogging, and more. And I
Wow,
can
thank you
keep
for the
going.
free plug, first of all. And
Do you
I,
understand
you
what I'm
know,
saying?
that could be so useful for a podcast intro. You don't have to like be, you know,
Yeah, I had ChatGPT write up a bio for you based on your LinkedIn profile.
Mhm.
And it said Zev Gotkin is a fractional CMO and founder and CEO of Zev Media. I can say that now, or I can have AI say it for me. My mouth was shut. Before, what I said sounded like me, right?
Yep.
It sounded exactly like me, but
Yes.
it wasn't me. It was a tool that I use. And I can just stop talking and just paste what I want to. I can have ChatGPT say what I want to say and type it in a very professional way.
Hmm.
Not going to say it's not going to say like, it's
All
not going to
right.
say basically, it's not going to say it's not going to make those noises.
And it's not, I also don't think it's going to freestyle rap as well as you,
It's not. It's not going to
but
freestyle rap. No, it's
it
not.
could, I mean, it will be you know, you could prompt it, but if
And it's also
you,
not going to pick a beat. Like there are tools like Boomy, for example, allows you to create beats. But if I
right.
want to pick a nice little 50 cent beat like this one over here, you know what I'm talking about? Uh, Yo, listen up. Let me tell you about the dude named Seb. He's a fractional CMO. He's on the rise. He's what's next. He's got talent and storytelling. He's so young. He makes paper scratch and construction paper number one. Seb, he's got the plan. He's got the brand. He's got the healthcare and e-commerce ed tech. You know he's got your back. Yo, Zev Media. Zev Media's got your back, baby. Yeah.
Woo! I might
So
have to add that. I might have to make that my new intro. Um, awesome. Yeah. And I think you're absolutely right. Actually, that's what a lot of people were telling me at the beginning of all of this is that, and I know it was right that even now, it's not that people can't even figure out things like Canva or posting or create, using scheduling tools to schedule all their social media posts on all the different platforms. It's that people don't want to be busy with it, especially when they're running their businesses. They have other things to do, and a lot of people are a bit phobic. But even if they're not phobic, they just it's a pain. They don't want to. That's why they're trying to delegate it. And I think that marketers who get smart and embrace these tools, first of all, they'll find that it makes their workflow a lot easier, more efficient. And they're already using all these tech tools now. These are just better. But also, I think it creates more value for strategy. So anyone who's more strategic and who's not just a plug and play or not just a kind of just follow directions by the book copywriter or designer or whatever, but somebody who has more of a strategic mindset, and all marketers had to be strategists to some extent, will win in this new environment. And I think will find it to their advantage, and they won't have to do as much of the tedious stuff. Like you said, you could do like that example you just showed. You could have a flawless intro without all the ums and stutter steps or whatever. So let's get into prompt engineering, because I think that's something that I know it's something you've been vocal about, and I think it's going to be the word of 2023. And I also think that you were alluding to it just now about how it needs guidance for it to really sound authentic. So maybe you could talk to a very lay audience, pretend a lot of people listening have various levels of understanding. So maybe you can get into prompt engineering. How would you describe that term to someone who might be totally green to all of this?
Prompt engineering is the science and the art of communicating with tools that need you to give it instructions in order for it to communicate back with you in a productive way. So, in short, prompt engineering is how you communicate with AI. If you want to have AI give you something of value, you need to provide it with specific instructions. Now, you can say, write me a post. Very simple. That's a prompt. But that is a poorly crafted, poorly engineered prompt, which will just give you a generic post about whatever. But if instead you say, write me a LinkedIn post that is under 1,000 characters for this particular target market, talking about these specific pains, talking about this specific person, including these features and benefits, and the constraints are, and you give it a whole list of constraints, what not to include, and all, you really engineer the prompt in a way where the AI has everything that it needs in order for it to create something that is actually valuable and useful to you. That is the science and the art of prompt engineering. The science is what components do you need in it, and the art is how can you use your own creativity to really be smart about it. And the same thing applies to creating content, to creating code. Like if you can create applications, like code applications, to creating images, to creating videos, to creating any output that you need from a machine, you need to give it instructions. What is a set of instructions that you're giving it? And that is called a prompt, because it is a little message that you put in that you send the machine. And that prompt can be really, really good and really specific, or the prompt can be very general, and the information you're going to get back, you're going to be disappointed because what you garbage in, garbage out.
Right. And I think if you are a creative individual, as well as if you are a strategic individual, as well as if you really understand the specific company you're working with, whether you're working at a company or they're your client, you have to understand their specific, unique selling points, what their audience will find more valuable. Sometimes they may have one or two audiences, and one audience might find one selling point more valuable, and one might find another more valuable, depending on what their needs are. So being able to understand all of that and bring that to the prompts, I think will make sure you have better outcomes. And I think you also still need a degree of oversight and editing. It's not flawless, even though it will definitely improve, and it's really great already. Before we end, I want to just maybe you could share with my listeners few of the AI tech tools you like. It doesn't have to be a set number, just a few that you're working with, you're playing with right now that you really love, that you want to recommend.
So if anybody wants information about our LinkedIn course, which has tutorials of all the top AI tools for marketing, for business development, from networking, they can go to newaicourse.com. That's newaicourse.com. Here are a few tools that we have tutorials on inside our course. We have a tutorial on a tool called ChatGPT. So if you go to chat.openai.com/chat, you can check out that tool. And that tool is a tool where you have a chatbot that you can communicate with. And that's the tool that helped me create raps and poems and email content and basically anything that I want. So that's ChatGPT, very famous. A lot of people are talking about it. And I just tried to go on it just now, and it said, you cannot go on it. It's at capacity. But because I pay for it, I pay $20 a month for it, I actually put in my email there, and it sent me a special link, and I got in and I can use it. So that's one tool. The other tool that I really like that's currently transcribing our conversation is called otter.ai. Now, not everyone knows how to use otter.ai because it could be a little complicated to use. There are certain features that you need to know how to turn on and turn off, and how to actually leverage the information you get out of Otter. That's why we have a tutorial inside our course that teaches how to use otter.ai. The other tools that we have tutorials on is copy.ai, COPY.ai, where you can enter your website in there, and it'll automatically pull all the information out of your website, and it'll create marketing copy. It'll create email automations for you. It'll create blog posts. It'll create whatever you want it to create. And
Awesome tool. Yeah.
yeah, they have a free version where you get a certain amount of credits, and then if you want unlimited, it's like $50 a month. I use the coupon code. You just go online, type in copy.ai coupon code. I think it's copy start or something, and it lowers the monthly price from $49 down to $29 a month, which is cheaper than even paying upfront for the year, which is great. And then the other tool that I use is called Jasper. The reason I like Jasper, and I'm paying $29 a month for Jasper as well, is because Jasper has a Chrome extension, and anywhere on the web, whether I'm on Google Docs or anywhere else, I'm able to use the Chrome extension, and I can say, write me whatever it is, and it'll just basically write it out for me. If I want to leave a comment on LinkedIn, I'm able to quickly leave a comment on LinkedIn, or I could write a post on LinkedIn using the extension that's on every single website because it's sitting on my browser. I can write commands to Jasper, and it's essentially using the same thing as ChatGPT. It's called GPT-3. It's an API that both Copy.ai and Jasper use. They just have frameworks and templates that allow you to use the API, and the API charges 2 cents per 1,000 tokens, and a token is essentially a word. And so both Copy.ai and Jasper are both tools that use that. Otter.ai is a tool that does transcription, which is really, really great. There's a tool called Dolly too, which if you go to labs.openai.com, you can use Dolly too. They have 50 credits for free or something like that. And then after that, it's like 15 credits per month for free, where you can write a prompt and it creates an image. If you have the premium version of Canva, Canva, you can actually create images from prompts in Canva as well. You could also create content inside Canva. We have a tutorial on how to do this. It's called Magic Write, where you click on the docs feature, and then you can just write prompts in there, and it'll create brainstorm for you. It'll create blog posts. It'll create anything. The other tool that we teach people how to use inside our course is called Midjourney. Midjourney is another tool which is similar to Dolly 2, but the images that come out of there are much higher end, and you have to use a tool called Discord in order to properly use Midjourney. You can't just use it on the website. You have to sign up on the website using Discord and then learn how to use it. It took me several hours to really figure it out, and then now I have a 15-minute tutorial that basically walks you through step-by-step how to do it. And we have quite a few other tutorials, and we also have case studies inside our course that walks you through, like if you're a business coach and I sit down with a business coach and I walk them through, I spend 30 minutes with them. And we have a video where I walk them through how to use all these different AI tools specifically for a business coach, or specifically for a financial advisor, or specifically for a real estate broker. And so we have all these case studies of me coaching non-for-profit owners and sales reps and people in technology and all different people from all walks of worlds. Me walking with them how to use tools like ChatGPT, like Canva, like Jasper, like Copy.ai, like Otter, like Midjourney, like Dolly 2. And there's quite a few other tools. We even have tools that teach you how to use video, how to take an image and then make the image start talking, how to take video models and be able to create content using video models. We have quite a few tools in there as well. We also have a workbook, and we have prompts. We have like over 100 prompts in our workbook. And of course, we have a full course with 28 videos that walks you through how to do all the activities we mentioned. So that's it. That's what we have going on. And I just, shared a couple of tools that you guys can check out.
Awesome. I'm going to definitely link your course in the show notes. It sounds incredible. And thank you so much, Joe. This has been awesome. And thanks for coming on, and hope to have you again sometime.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate being here, and I'm looking forward to rapping with you in the future.
All right. That's a wrap.